If you're a real estate agent and you want to get way more leads from social media and most importantly, YouTube, all for free, then you're not going to want to miss this video. I will break down the 5 biggest tips that you need to know about the ever-changing YouTube algorithm. And if you do not follow these 5 tips, you're going to be like over 93% of the real estate agents right now whose channels are on a massive decline. But the 7% of real estate agents that are using these new 5 tactics to their advantage are having 10x and even 50x growth on their YouTube channels, leading to over hundreds of real estate leads every single month. All right, so before I get going into these top 5 things, you have to realize that YouTube is analyzing over 80 billion different signals from viewers every single day. So its #1 goal at the end of the day is really keeping people on the platform. So with 80 billion different signals, I think it's got a lot of data points. And that leads right into #1. YouTube wants to keep the viewers on the platform for as long as humanly possible. And when you think about how YouTube is ran, it's ran by advertisements. So there are ads on videos, and videos that keep people's attention the longest, YouTube gets to charge a premium for those ads. And as of recently, by applying all 5 of these steps, I have actually been able to make over $2,500 a month from my real estate YouTube channel. This is a channel that is generating over 300 leads a month, and now I'm making $2,500 a month from the AdSense platform. So when I applied all 5 of these steps, my views, they have 50x or 100x, and my AdSense revenue went from about $150 to $300 a month upwards of $2,500 to $3,000 a month. So what does that mean for the real estate industry? No matter where we go to, whatever marketing platform we read into, or whatever convention that we go to, we're always being taught that these outward-facing metrics are so pertinent to our success. How many Instagram followers do you have? How many views did you get on that video? Hey Jackson, what videos will I get the most views from? Rarely does it ever come out that, hey, I have closed 37 transactions from doing these exact style videos. That's what I'm going to talk about today. When it comes to real estate and keeping the viewer's attention, you will never, ever see me do one piece of short form content on YouTube. And if we look at just the past few videos that I have uploaded, they were 33 minutes, 34 minutes, 24 minutes, 30 minutes, 32 minutes, 33 minutes, 31 minutes. And in just the last 28 days, guys, I lied to you. I'm so sorry, but I gotta show you something. I didn't even know this. I've actually made $3,499. I'll round up to a quick 35 Hunsky. So I've made $3,500. We've gained 2,800 subscribers, 47,000 plus hours of watch time, and 454,000 views.
But Jackson, you said don't talk about the views and subscribers.
Well, it's the middle of December and we have 13 homes in contract right now for $6.1 million in sales. That is all just from YouTube. And from January to April of 2024, we already have 13 deals in contract. Those are ones that are already closing, and that's also people that aren't even here yet. So when we start filling in those months with the people that are traveling next year, we are going to start closing dozens of homes every single month. Now, I'm gonna promise you one thing. At the end of this video, after I talk about all 5 of these strategies to grow your real estate YouTube channel, I'm gonna show you a piece of data and analytics that's gonna completely change the way that you do real estate marketing. #2, YouTube starts to analyze your video from the very beginning of your upload. So what does this mean again for the real estate industry and just for YouTube in general? You've got to get an audience and you've got to reward that audience with great content. And the one thing that I have learned that it doesn't really talk about in this article from YouTube is that having a consistent time frame every single week has really helped to increase my views, because I have started to notice in my dashboard, I check my video the first hour of every time that I upload it. So I upload at the exact same time every single week. In that first hour, I am monitoring it and I am looking at my click-through rates and my average view duration. I can basically tell you exactly how that video is going to do within the first hour. Now that leads me to tell you what happens if it's not going to produce well or perform well. The big indication that I'm seeing right out of the gate is when my click-through rate is lower than what I'm used to. And I don't want to give you an actual number because you're going to think that your channel deserves that or should be there as well too. But at least over 12 to 15 to maybe even 20% click-through rate in that first hour, because that is going to my initial viewers. I have worshipers, people who just love my videos every single time I upload them, and I need to make sure that they are clicking. And if that number is lower than I expect, then I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna start tweaking the thumbnail, but most importantly, the title. I found with our age of demographics, people really love the titles a lot, even though I am tweaking these thumbnails a bunch. But the title for our generation and even older can really decrease or increase those click-through rates. Now, at the end, when I talk about that statistic, you will not believe what it is. And it's mainly because of what I'm talking about right here with number 2. It's going out to my initial audience. So wait till you see the stat. And if you can do this, I promise you your channel will 10x within the next few months. Number 3 is going to be watch time. Now, it has a lot to do with number 1, but at the same time, as you notice in my analytics, if we were going to go check it out, my watch time hours are at 47,000 hours, 23,000 more. And you're like, well, Jackson, you're just having this viral bump right here. Yes, but I've had it multiple times. In fact, if we go back to the last 365 days, you're going to notice that I've actually had 3 of these, and it's because I followed these 5 steps. And every once in a while, when I get a good bump from a video, it takes everything else with it. And it's very important that you know that. But not only are my videos 30 minutes long and I'm getting increased average view durations, I am getting over 47,000 hours of watch time per month. Just stop for 1 second and think about this. Imagine if you could prospect for 47,300 hours every single month, right? Isn't that the most amazing thing? And when you put it into that perspective that this thing is working for you around the clock, 24/7, prospecting ideal clients, then this seems like the greatest real estate lead generation tool on planet Earth. And that's because it is. Now, how am I increasing my watch time? I am doing longer videos, but there's a few other tricks that I've been doing as of lately. And one of them is at the end of the video, instead of saying, thanks for watching my videos or make sure you subscribe, where I was seeing massive drop-offs in my video because I study my data analytics and retention graphs deeper than any real estate agent ever, I started simply pointing to a video or a playlist right here that they could watch that is the most significant to the video that they're actually currently watching. This is getting people to not only watch my 1 video, but get into 2 or 3 or 4, or they'll spend the entire day watching it. And that is not only what increases my average view durations and my watch time, but that is what is telling YouTube, which if 2 of the top signals of the algorithm are watch time and average view duration, to send my videos out to the masses, which is why I get so many views from browse and from suggested traffic. Now again, just to prove that, if I go into my traffic source and then into my last 28 days, which is obviously what that means, 2010 ATS, 20 videos in 10 days if you're starting a YouTube channel, and I can dive into your analytics and your traffic source. I can tell you everything you need to know about growing a YouTube channel. But you're gonna notice right away that even though YouTube is the 2nd largest search engine, and it's actually way bigger for people moving to cities, I have a massive amount of my views, 73% and 14% coming from browse and suggested. That is when you know you are crushing the YouTube game, when it's not all coming from search. And when you can get your channel to start being 50, 60, 70% browse, that's when you're gonna start racking up a ton more views. Your channel's gonna grow like crazy and you're gonna get more reach outs. I just so happen to have about 87% of my views coming from those sources. And that just tells me that in this city, there's nobody doing better videos or keeping people's attention longer than I am. And in fact, I'm doing such a good job that I'm bringing other channels up with me, and well, they're just copying my exact videos, titles, and thumbnails, and it's working for them as well. So this is working if you listen to these 5 tips. We got to get into number 4 though. Number 4 on the list, did you know that YouTube actually has multiple algorithms? I'm not lying. Let's just take an example here. We talked earlier about search, we talked about suggested, and we talked about browse. Now, every single viewer has their own unique query, right? So whenever they search something, now they have tracked in the past what this person likes to watch, what they watch the most, what style of videos they watch most. And so not every single time will your video rank number 1 for everybody. It's only gonna rank for certain audiences. And in real estate, this might be the most important lesson that you learn. If you don't niche into exactly who you are, you're gonna confuse the algorithm and your videos are never gonna get suggested. So if you're going out there and just looking at other real estate agents' videos and copying them verbatim, or you're just writing down a bunch of research and topic and numbers and spewing that out, it's most likely not gonna work the best. Now, if you can really niche into the exact person that you are, for me, it's a dad of 3 kids. I have moved before. I wear t-shirts, shorts. In fact, I just got beat up in my comments the other day. Jackson, you need to be more professional. I don't give a shit. I'm who I am. And I've now sold over 500 homes from YouTube and helped thousands of other real estate agents do over $30 billion in sales for $750 million in gross commissions. And every single one of them figures out how to be themselves on camera. So when you can start speaking the way that you speak, you attract your ideal person. That now, when people search, find that video and they react to it positively, that now is going to send that video and suggest it or recommend it to other viewers who have the exact same search queries or search habits as that person. That's why I kept showing you my suggested and my browse features, because the power of YouTube is when you have a very strong performing video that when people actually find it and search, they engage with it, they watch it for a long time, YouTube's gonna pick that up and say, you know what? The whole world is ran on advertisements. That's where we make our billions of dollars. And this video works the best for these keywords, these cities, these suburbs. I'm going to now recommend it out to all these people who have had search habits about these cities, these suburbs. And that's why they will start showing up on their homepage, or if they're watching a different video, at the end of it, yours is going to be recommended. Just like when you're watching a Netflix video and the next thing that pops up is something identical to it. And you're like, man, kind of got to watch that too. So make sure that you are studying your retention graphs, and every dip down that you have is something that people don't like. Remove them from your videos, and every spike up that you get in your retention graph, note that down. That is something that is keeping people's attention, that they're going back and rewatching, and you need to add more of those to your videos. And number 5 on the list, this is really good for you that are just starting out. YouTube has no favoritism towards smaller or bigger channels. In fact, the entire reason why I built out a second system, our first system is Core. So if you have not gone through a YouTube for Real Estate course, we created the original YouTube for Real Estate course called Core. Go check it out at channeljunkies.com. Well, once you have an established channel, I created Growth, and it was for this exact reason. I was starting to notice that some of our students were coming in within the first few weeks, first few months, and they were dominating all the top spots. It does not matter if you have 1,000 subscribers, 15,000 subscribers. If you do exactly what we teach and you make good long videos, those videos can show up in search due to the SEO that we put into our descriptions and our titles. And if they get watched and they have positive feedback and they get engagement, guess what? They get suggested and thrown out there. And that is why you really need to put a lot of effort into doing good long form videos, because they can go viral not only for just a few days like YouTube Shorts, they can do it for weeks or months or even years. And the beautiful part is they're gonna show up in the top search spot for anybody who is searching as well. And that is the recipe for success. But what did I promise you? I'm gonna show you a statistic that blows your mind. But before I get to that, if you haven't seen it yet, this is the $1 Billion Channel Method. This is a book that I wrote. In fact, you can get the hard book, or if you go to Audible, type in the $1 Billion Channel Method. It is from me. I narrate the whole thing. I explain the exact process, how you can niche and become yourself on video, how to get confident, and how to grow your real estate YouTube channel. I'm telling you right now, just go read the reviews and listen to the Audible. Now, let me show you a statistic that is gonna blow your mind. First of all, if you look at my average view durations of these videos at over 12 minutes when my videos get suggested, that is a beautiful thing. That's why some of these videos are going so viral. But if I go over here to more and I go to device type, what do you always hear? People have no attention span. You need to be doing vertical content. You need to be doing the shortest videos possible. In fact, 5-7 seconds max. Well, I beg to differ. We close hundreds and hundreds of homes every single year, and I only do long form content. Do you happen to see the top driver to my channel the last 28 days? Yes, almost 70% of my views are coming from what? The damn TV set. Now, what do you think I have done? I have shown up every week at the exact same time, and I make the best videos of anybody ever. So people can't wait for it. They turn on the TV. My average view durations are through the roof. Those are my initial viewers who set up right in the morning. They get their coffee, they get their tea, they get their whatever, and they watch Jackson Wilkie's Houston videos. And that is a staggering number, and that is why my channel has 100x'd. And if you follow these 5 strategies that I just taught you, you will too. And in fact, if you watch this video right here, you can get 127 leads by next week. Go check that one out. And if you don't have a YouTube channel yet, or it's not set up properly, you're not getting leads, then this video right here is exactly what you need to get going today.